You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Hi, this is Aleida Castillo, Chairperson of Community and Government Affairs in Mount Vernon and the Chamber of Commerce, also representing the Lalabela Alliance here in Ghana, visiting for the first time. We're about to go in and meet with the mayor of Accra, as well as meeting with Panafest Secretary Rabbi Kohain Halevi. We are joining forces to bring free music education to Ghana, as well as taking Panafest on tour. This will be great for both New York and for Ghana, for Accra, Cape Coast, and Elmina. We are joining our forces to be stronger in business and in music. We'll see you on the other side.
This is a delegation that comes from the City of Mount Vernon, New York, representing the Honorable Mayor Richard Thomas, who was hosting the Mayor of Accra this past June, and they signed a sister city relationship agreement. And the delegation came to assure the Mayor of Accra, the Honorable Vanderpuije, that the Mayor is very serious with the Sister City Agreement, and this is why he has involved the Mount Vernon Chamber of Commerce and business community to seal this agreement and to make sure that the proper business connections are made. The delegation was being led by Aleida, Castillo, who represented the Mount Vernon Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Office of the Mayor. Also with Halevi, who is from the Department of Planning and Development in the City of Mount Vernon, a senior director, as well as Kwame Halevi, who is the National Vice President of the Pan-African Youth Club, working with Panafest, and Rabbi Kohain Netanya Halevi, the Executive Secretary of Panafest, all part of the delegation to greet the Mayor and send and deliver a message from the Mayor of Mount Vernon to the Mayor of Accra.
Well, you are welcome to Accra.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I know you've been here for some days now.
Yes.
So you must have been enjoying the city and the country already.
Yes.
Yes. They arrived just in time to enjoy part of the Fête of Fashe in Cape Coast.
So you were in Cape Coast last weekend.
Yes.
You were with my people.
Yes.
Elmina.
I remember you shared that in Mount Vernon when you were there in New York. That you also hail from the Central region as well. And a very, very big festival, very exciting time to say the least.
So the rabbi's dual residence, right? So he's representing Mount Vernon here in Ghana, and I came on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce in Mount Vernon. After your visit in June, when the Sister City Agreement was signed, the MOU, there's been some, minimal follow-up from the City of Mount Vernon. They have been going through transition and changes, but Mayor Thomas wanted to make sure that I stopped by here and that we kind of just discuss some of the things that we're working on, and to let you know that it's not been ignored or forgotten. And I've been working with the Chamber of Commerce there as government and community affairs person to make sure that we stay in communication with you to see how we can organize a delegation of investors, and when is the best time that they can come here, and that maybe through this office you can organize the business owners that are interested in having those kind of investments, and also invite the chamber, and you could kind of designate. We were talking that maybe it could be done somewhere around the time of Panafest 2017. I'm not sure if you have any other ideas when that can be done, but I would be calling on those investors to kind of bring them in. And then I would take back with me the template of the Sister City Agreement, so all that can be formalized prior to all of that.
There was just a recommendation because we know that there has been a lot of publicity on the other side around Panafest and Emancipation Day activities when the government of Ghana officially invites a lot of brothers and sisters from the diaspora and that next year is the 25th anniversary of Panafest, so we know that it'll be celebrated in a big way, and they started promoting it. So that's why that date was recommended. But of course, upon your studying it and giving your advice on what would be the best time to invite them, that will be the advice followed. But that was just a recommendation, that that could be one of the periods that could be cited as the schedule to invite them. Or if you think it should be earlier or another date, then according to that recommendation, we can pass that message on and pursue it that way.
Well, I think I'm happy to inform you that upon my arrival here in Accra after the visit to Vernon, I informed my assembly about the visit and the MOU that we signed. So the Accra Assembly, and I'm very happy to introduce to you the chairman for the Accra Assembly, Honorable Thomas Ashon, and the coordinating director. So the Assembly is well informed about the exercise, the relationship exercise that we undertook in Vernon. It's been voted and it's become part of our sister city arrangements for the city of Accra. So we are working on some previous arrangements that are already in the pipeline. And then specifically we'll focus on Vernon. But I think I agree with the arrangement going forward, that with the delegation coming in, the business delegation, that we work it around the Panafest trip. I think that would be fine. We can make time here in Accra, among other things, to also receive the delegation and then work with them in Accra. I think our trip also to reciprocate your visit would be next year, because right now this is a political election year and everybody is focused on that. But by this January, transition will be over. Then we'll all be focusing on how to move our cities and our country forward. And so that will be one of the things that we could work on. And we look forward to receiving your delegation. Whilst we also prepare a delegation from here to also reciprocate that visit. So I think we are on track. Accra is still committed to working with the city of Vernon, to looking at the opportunities that exist, and how we can take advantage of those opportunities to create developments and advancements for the people of Vernon and for Accra.
I'm happy that you say that, because we're also working through Panafest. I've made some contacts in my own personal employment, separate from the relationship with the city, working with a major music producer who's interested in offering music education for free all over Africa, but that we could start here, Cape Coast and Accra. And so I've contacted several companies that would allow for us to do the distance learning, as well as having sort of a location. We've identified a location in Cape Coast that we can sort of develop a model for how we provide that free education. And through Panafest and in the US, we would raise funds to be able to do that. So that will just give us some time to sort of gather the thoughts among the leaders and what they think, with the Minister of Education and the leaders of each city, how much they will welcome the music education, because we know that that's kind of the funding that always, that kind of area has the least funding, both in the US and here. But he has a great pull and will assist us in Panafest in bringing those artists that were originally with Panafest, like Stevie Wonder and Lauryn Hill, and be able to garner support to be able to raise funds to provide music education here. So we would like you to be part of that as well, and in support of that.
This will also facilitate at the not only at music education, but it will facilitate having a state-of-the-art, recording studio for Ghanaian music, to be recorded and marketed and distributed on another level.
Right.
So we felt that also would be a great contribution that we can say that Panafest and partnership has also reached another level with making a major contribution to the arts and culture here.
And I think the youth will be very interested in something like that. That's another way in which the youth of Africa, the youth of Ghana, can connect with the youth in the US. And it can also help the learning process in our schools. So I know that music is a great way through which we can, propagate our message and beliefs and principles. So anything to establish and make it very fair, I think it's a good one that we can all support.
I think we all agree that music and art in general is a universal language, and the African family can be identified all over the world through our music and rhythm.
Exactly.
And that's a way of, kind of formalizing it and cementing that a little more.
And those artists and the musicians and producers may have a trip here earlier on before Panafest, somewhere in April, so they would want to make, obviously, a visit here.
Yes.
And work with Amina too, right? The Sister City Agreement there. Kind of bring remember we had that conversation?
Yes.
You are from Elmina, so we can't forget.
That's
Elmina.
right. So just always stay in touch with Mata on those matters.
Okay.
As long as you email information to Mata, it will get to us, we'll make the decisions, and then we'll continue to collaborate.
Yes.
Perfect.
Move forward.
So I have here some, official recognition, and I believe we would then later maybe stand and take a photograph. But this is officially the City of Mount Vernon and Mayor Thomas, who recognizes your achievements and also, welcomes the relationship and to show you that he is committed to continuing that.
Oh, thank you.
And here, we said message from the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and we recognize that you have a commitment to developing not only business but supporting women in business, and so that's important. So we have this recognition here, and then there is my name here is the Government and Community Affairs person, and then Dwayne Brown, who is the president of the Chamber of Commerce. That will work together and recognize your visit. He wasn't there when you came, but he wanted to let you know that we are committed to the process.
Thank you.
Yes. So those are the.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yes.
quite.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Director.
Yes, sir.
Well, we also have a tradition in Accra.
Oh.
When we have visitors like you, we like to decorate.
Oh. I need to take
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. You've been gone.
So we officially recognize the mayor of Accra for his commitment to Mount Vernon and his support for business development both here in Accra and in Mount Vernon. And
this one.
and, as the Government and Community Affairs chairperson for the Mount Vernon Chamber of Commerce, we recognize the mayor of Accra for his commitment to the process, and we let him know that we are also committed to making this work. Thank you.
would like to say that as long as you are here in Ghana, please stay in contact with our office.
Yes.
Stay in contact with Mata, and then we should keep all of us informed.
Okay.
If there's anything we can do to help and support your stay, please don't hesitate
Okay.
to let us know.
Thank you. I appreciate
Because
it.
our cities might be far apart, but we make it connected
Yes.
every day.
Yes. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. We'll make sure we thank Cynthia also for
Okay.
making that
Good.
connection.
Yes.
We're trying to work hard to bring her back.
We want her back.
Yes, yes.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
So we have Commissioner Gordon. Lalabela is coming to Ghana. So I'm here with Rabbi Halevi, Secretary of Panafest, and we have just finished signing an agreement on behalf of Lalabela Alliance to take Panafest on a world tour. How do you feel about that, Rabbi?
Oh, I feel great. I think it's an appropriate, graduation for Panafest on its 25th year anniversary, and it's showing that it's taking Panafest to another level besides taking it to the world. So we're very happy for this partnership and this agreement, and I'm sure the world will also be happy when we finish touring it.
Yes,
and sharing
indeed.
Panafest and the rich culture of Ghana and Africa and African people.
Indeed. And we want to say that this world tour is to support music education both in the U.S. and in Africa. So we look forward to seeing you, Ghana, soon with Lalabela Alliance and Panafest on tour.
Look for us soon.
You've been gone